Welcome, this is your Option Monster Volatility Sonar Report. From the floor of the SIBO, I'm Jamie Tyrrell of Group 1 Trading. Well, we've seen a really large rally today. The S&P 500 is up about 35 points, that's almost 5%. And after these struggles of the end of last week, a lot of people are really welcoming this rally. The impetus seems to be the Treasury's plan on toxic assets. The plan is to buy up to $1 trillion in toxic assets from banks that are struggling, Citi, Bank of America, all across the board. And the plan includes a piece where private investors would have a chance to buy up to half of the equity portion of those assets. Last week on Thursday and Friday, the market faltered a little bit and we saw the VIX touching into the high 40 range. The March future closed Friday up above 47. Today we're really seeing a pullback. We're down around 43.5 on the April future. That's down from 47. And the May and June are down about $2. But the VIX is still staying in that 40 range. We've had a number of rallies and we'll go into the low 40s, a number of sell-offs, and we'll head back into the high 40s. But the theme has been the VIX staying in that range for the last 4, 5, 6 weeks. So today we've seen a real move to lower the price of VIX options because investors are seeing this range that the VIX has been stuck in and thinking that this range might continue. Therefore, you don't need to pay as much for insurance on the possibility of the VIX going to 35 or the possibility of the VIX going to 55. So the first order of the day that we saw that indicated that was a seller on the May 37 puts. This person sold 2,000 of the May 37s, and typically that wouldn't move the market that much, but you could really see people buying very small and fading their levels down quite quickly. There was some more trading on that May 37 line after volatility had been lowered 6 to 8 points. A buyer emerged to buy those May 37s, and to finance that purchase, they sold 3 of the May 32 puts. So they paid 52.5 cents for that spread, and the idea on that spread could be they see the possibility that the VIX could slide into the mid-30s, lower 30s, but they didn't want to outlay all the premium on just the May 37s. So they bought 1 of the May 37.5 put, sold 3 of the May 32.5 puts, and paid 52.5 cents. That traded about 5,000 by 15,000 times, and then we saw some similar strategies being in play in June. So that's what we have today. Premium levels are much lower in the VIX today. The VIX is lower itself, lower about 3.5 points. Mark it up big. Jamie Tyrrell, Group 1, Option Monster.
Folks, if you watch Jamie every day talk about the VIX and the volatilities and you're wondering, boy, I'd like to take advantage of some of that information. I just am sort of new to options and so forth. What better way to do it, folks, than with something like a paper trade? By the way, a paper trade is not any capital commitment. In fact, our sister company, Trade Monster, you can open a paper trading account without even funding the account. So all you got to do is go to trademonster.com, you fill out just your name and so forth, bang! You're able to trade on paper. It's not real capital you're putting on the line, but then take a look at all these different strategies. I mean, you can do covered calls, you can do straddles, you can do strangles, you can do all these different strategies, and it's got a tutorial built into each one that you can actually learn. Again, always learn before you commit your capital to it. I'm Dr. J from OptionMonster.com. Remember, our sister company, Trade Monster, and that paper trading account, make sure you open an account and try it out.